it's the Barry Movie Guy Top 7 Saturdays. This week, the Barry Movie Guy looks at top 7 directors you should be paying attention to. Yeah. Let's find out who they are. Brought to you by the Barry Movie Guy. Hi, the Barry Movie Guy, and this week on Top 7 Saturdays, we're looking at the top 7 directors that you should be paying attention to. So looking at what is that? Cool! My friend Bear made that. Isn't that cool? Thanks, Bear. Now, these are not the heavyweights. These are not Spielberg, Martin Scorsese, Tarantino, Nolan. Like, these are not the big guys. These are guys that you went and saw a movie and you're like, that was really good. Who directed that? And then you're like, wow, how did they direct that? Because they don't have, like, yeah. So these are the guys who've made some films, but you're just like, wow, they've jumped up. They've gotten better. They're doing some impressive stuff. And you should probably pay attention to their names, because maybe 20 years from now, 10 years from now, they're going to be in the same category as Tarantino and Nolan and all those guys. Like, they'll be a big name film director. But right now, you probably not know these people if you bumped into them on the street. Alright, so as always, this is just my opinion. If there's some awesome directors out there that you think need to be on this list, let me know. Alright, here we go. Number 7. Colin Trevorrow. Trevorrow? I'm going to say Trevorrow. Alright, so who's Colin Trevorrow? He's only directed 2 movies, and one of them's not even out yet. He directed a movie called Safety Not Guaranteed, which I think is a terrific movie. It's really fun and really smart. And from that, he's gotten a big shot. And his big shot is Jurassic World. He did a small little indie movie, and he's now doing Jurassic World. He's in charge of Jurassic World. I don't know how he swung that, but that's awesome. And I hope he pulls it off well, and I hope it gets him a lot of work. Number 6. Chris Miller II and Phil Lord. Alright, these are 2 guys, but they direct every movie together, so I'm assuming they're going to stay together and keep directing movies together. Now, what these guys have directed. They directed Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. It was okay. Then they directed 21 Jump Street. Wow, that was a movie that shocked most people, including me, because it was good. Then they directed last year The Lego Movie and 22 Jump Street. Both of which were solid movies. Very good. They seem to work together well, and I'm really interested to see where they're taking their careers. Number 5. Gareth Edwards. Gareth Edwards, you may know his name now, may not though. He directed a little movie called Monsters, which was a very low-budget sci-fi movie, which was really well done, I thought. His next big directing gig was Godzilla, the one that just came out, the 2014 one, which I thought was a really good film. So, why does he deserve to be on this list? He's only really done 2. He's signed up to do a couple new movies, one of which is Godzilla 2, which is awesome. Godzilla 2 is going to rock, hopefully. He's also signed up to be the director of an unnamed Star Wars film. Could be the Yoda movie, could be Boba Fett, could be one of the big ones, I don't know. But he's going to direct a Star Wars film. That's a big jump up. It's like little indie film, Godzilla, Star Wars. That's the name we should probably recognize. Number 4. Anthony and Joe Russo. Alright, these are brothers that direct together. I've seen, like, the Coen brothers do that, the Wachowskis do that, they're siblings now. Anthony and Joe Russo mainly direct romantic comedies, so you've probably never heard of their name because they directed Welcome to Collingwood and You, Me, and Dupree. And I'm like, what? Okay, why are they on this list? They directed Captain America the Winter Soldier. What the heck happened there? They went from doing romantic comedies to doing one of the best action films of the last couple of years. It was spy stuff, it was superhero stuff, it was action-y, it was awesome. You all know that if you've seen it. If you don't, I don't know, maybe you don't like Captain America. So, they're slated to do Captain America 3, which is called Civil War, which, if you don't know, is going to be awesome. If you do know, you're already like, yeah! So, yeah. I don't know how they went from directing romantic comedies to directing one of the best movies of the year, but they did. And they seem to know what they're doing, so I'm hoping for more. Number 3. Matt Reeves. Now, Matt Reeves directed Cloverfield. I like Cloverfield a lot. It's a really, really good movie. Then he directed Let Me In, which is a remake of a European movie called Let the Right One In, which I like a ton. And because of that, I never saw Let Me In, because I'm not a big fan of when they steal movies from Europe just to make them in America. But his next film was Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. If you saw that movie, you know that's a terrific movie. And he's already been given the job to direct the next Planet of the Apes movie. Whatever it's going to be called. Evening or the Dawn or the Rise of the Planet of the Monkeys with the... I don't know what they're going to call it. Maybe Dinner with Apes. I don't know. Caesar hosts a talk show. I don't know. But yeah, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes was awesome. The next one should be awesome. He sounds like he's going in the right direction. Number 2, James Gunn. James Gunn directed this little horror movie called Slither. Now, I didn't like Slither because I didn't like, it has all these little things of Slither. But I watched parts of it because Nathan Fillion's in it, and Nathan Fillion's my homeboy. Not that we know each other, but he's from Canada and I love him. And in a manly, sort of brotherly love kind of way. Love you, Nathan. And so I watched that. Then he did a little kind of crazy superhero movie called Super, which had Nathan Fillion again in it and was really funny. He was like Bible guy or something. And it gets really dark, actually. It's a well-made superhero spoof almost, but not a spoof. It's about a guy who just decides he wants to be a superhero, so he gets a wrench and starts beating people up in the street. As of those two movies, I wasn't like, wow, this guy's gonna go far. Then he directed a little thing called Guardians of the Galaxy. Holy crap! Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, you walked into Guardians of the Galaxy, I walked into Guardians of the Galaxy going, maybe it's gonna be good, maybe, hopefully. And it was awesome, but none of us knew who directed it. I've never heard of James Gunn before, so, like, not as a director, I just, I know a guy who has a gun named James, but that's completely different. So, yeah, he's directing Guardians of the Galaxy too. So I think we should keep an eye on him, because Guardians of the Galaxy was freaking awesome. But there's one person who, he's only really made 3 films, and I loved all of them. I thought they were all great, and they're all very different. And he's got a bright future, and his name is number 1, Rian Johnson. Alright, Rian Johnson directed a movie called Brick with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It's a film noir, but it's in high school. Then he did a thing called Brothers Bloom with Mark Ruffalo and Adrian Brody. And then he did Looper. Looper is fantastic. It's one of my favorite sci-fi films from the last couple of years. So he's got a really steady career. He's done, like, he hasn't done a lot of movies, but he's done 3 solid movies. Why am I so excited about him, and why is he number 1 on this list? He is set to direct 2, count them, 2 Star Wars movies. I think J.J. Abrams is only doing the first Star Wars movie, and Rian Johnson is going to do the next 2 from the look of it. He went from doing little independent films to Star Wars. That's insane. And because of that, he's number 1 on my list. So, do you know any of these directors? Did you know any of these directors' names before I told them to you? These guys are guys that most of us have never heard of, but I think in the next 10 years, you'll get to hear their name a lot, because it sounds like they're going to be doing some excellent work. So let me know, who would I leave off this list? Who would you be like, hey, you need to do this? And you may be surprised, there were no women on my list. Why? Because I'm going to do a separate list completely for women. Not because I don't think they can direct as good as men. Nothing about that. Just I wanted to do a top 7 list for women directors that are up and coming. Please don't hate me if you're a woman. Or a guy. Just in general. Interplanetary species. I don't know. Whatever. Don't hate me. So thanks for watching. And until next time, stay buried, everyone. You've been watching a Barry Moore guy. He loves directors. Especially when they're awesome. And these guys are making some great stuff. Let's watch out for them in the future. Or the present, if you're watching this like 5 years from now. You'll be like, I know that guy, he's made this. Well, 5 years ago, when I made this, in the distant past, no one knew their names. So congratulations. Subscribe, and tell your friends. And as always, YouTube safely.